What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Georgia Bassmaster channel. I'm out here on the lake today. I'm throwing some big swim baits. I have a 7-inch River to Sea S-Waiver on right now. Let me put this in front of the camera and show you guys. I'll probably show y'all a better view of it here in a little while, but this is a 7-inch glide bait. I have my Berkeley. You wanna say hey?
Hi, kid.
I have my 2-year-old out here with me today, trying to get him on some fish. And my net actually flew off the boat on the way down here, so I currently have no net. I'm gonna have to lip every single one of these fish, and that's pretty scary when I have these giant treble hooks on this bait. I do have a little lipper thing, so I'm probably gonna use that. But this time of year, big swim baits work great. These fish are feeding up for the spawn, and they eat a lot. So put the Ned rigs, the finesse jigs, put all the little baits away, the finesse worms. Guys, you're gonna be wanting to throw in 7, 8, 9, 10-inch swim baits. At least down here in Georgia, that's what works. I'm sure in your areas it probably will too. A 6-inch swim bait's probably around perfect. So we're gonna go fish this bank, and wish me luck, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Leave this video a like, guys, and I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, peace. All right, guys, I have this River to Sea S-Waiver. This is the 168 model, and it's basically like 6 3/4 inches long. So it's basically a 7-inch swim bait, and it's just a 2-piece. It's got one joint in the middle, which makes it a 2-piece. It's got somewhat of a soft tail on the back, somewhat. I mean, it's softer than the body, but it's got some pretty tough little hooks on it, kind of like a whopper plopper hooks, but they're not like a 360 swivel. That's the only bad thing. So, but they call it an S-Waiver. If you guys can see this, swims in that S-shaped pattern. So basically, I have a 7'6" heavy action rod, and I have 20-pound fluoro on this. You can either fish it braid, mono, fluoro, it really doesn't matter, but the difference is going to come in when how deep you want the lure to go. So if you're running monofilament, this S-Waiver is going to stay pretty high in the water column, but I actually want it to sink as much as possible. And since fluoro sinks, I'm throwing straight fluoro. I'm not a very big braid to mono or braid to fluoro leader kind of guy, so I would either throw it straight braid, but that's also going to leave it pretty high in the water column. So that is why I'm going 100% fluorocarbon. And these bass have been staying about 4 or 5 foot off the bank. So normally if they don't hit about right now, normally don't get one to hit. So water temperature is 49 degrees here in Georgia, still warming up, but these pre-spawners are moving up, and they're looking for big baits. Like, it's time to put up the Ned rigs, time to put up the finesse jigs. It's time to be throwing giant baits. This is a 7-inch bait, which isn't too terribly giant, but it's definitely big enough to where you're going to be weeding out those 1 to 2 pound bass. They're really not going to be biting this thing. It's going to be mainly 3, 4 plus pounders biting this. You might occasionally get lucky and get a dink to bite it occasionally, but the exception proves the rule. So we're going to be throwing this thing all day, seeing what kind of bass we can get. Wish me luck, guys. Got one. Pretty big. Pretty big. Where'd the net go? Where's my net? Where'd my net go? Oh man. I'm pretty sure my net flew off going down the road. Pretty sure. But man, that sucks. My net is gone. Oh man. Don't touch that. It's got all kind of hooks on it. All right, guys, that is a good 3.5, 4 pounder. First fish of the day on the S-Waiver. I haven't even been throwing it 2 or 3 minutes. But we're gonna put him in the live well and get a picture with him at the end. Come on, right by that tree. That ought to be a honey hole. Come on. Come on. He's big. He's big. Oh goodness. Okay. Hook, treble hook, stay in. Got him double hooked. Come on, Betsy. Got you, sucker. Oh man. Berkeley, look at this thing. That's a big fish. Oh man, guys. Ugh. Yeah, I lost my net. Now I done got two big bass. Luckily I was able to get them both in. He is 5 pounds, 15 ounces. It was bouncing around 5, 15, and 6. So basically a 6-pounder. Ow. All right. Look at that thing, guys. Choked that 6 or 7-inch swim bait. Awesome fish. All right, guys. This is the second bass of the day. Right at 6 pounds on that S-Waiver swim bait. This thing is killing it. I've only been out here probably 20 minutes. Second fish of the day is a 6-pounder. The first one's probably around 4. I haven't even had time to weigh it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing in the live well, try to catch some more fish, and then get a picture for you guys at the end of the day. So wish me luck. All right, guys, last time I was in this spot with that red and black fire crawl chatterbait, I caught a 6'6" and hung one that was significantly bigger. So I'm back for revenge. I'm throwing this 7-inch swim bait. Will the bass be here and will it bite? It'd be sure awesome if it did and I could actually catch it. That'd be some awesome redemption, a cool story. But we shall see. It was I'm still baffled that there were 2 bass that big literally in the same spot. Like they were both like right there. So we are currently heading to another spot. The fishing's gotten pretty tough. The water temperature's dropping. I'm here. Hey, I want to shout out, thank you Nature Boys. Thanks Nature Boys for this boggin and this Neko, because it's been pretty cold today. Shout out to him. He's got a pretty cool Instagram page and a lot of merch, so thanks for the stuff. But we're going to try out one more spot. I've only caught those 2 fish today, one 4 and one 6. I'm just guessing he's 4. I actually need to weigh him. I'll probably get a weight on him at the end of the video. He might be a little bit more than 4 pounds, so we'll see you guys in just a second. There's a creek that comes out right here, a little sluice, and a pretty good spot for bait fish to run, pretty good spot for bass to come up and try to trap some bait fish in this little creek. I've never caught any thing right here before, but I haven't really fished it hard. But man, it's a good looking spot for sure. We're gonna get a few casts on the outside and then I'm gonna bomb one down in it. All right, perfect, come on. There was a bass in there. I think you'd want that. All right, everybody. Best 2 of the day. Probably around 4.5, 6-pounder. So look at her. Pretty girl, big mouth. So gonna get a release on these and take a picture in just a second. Say goodbye. She gone. All right, everybody, back at the house now. That's a wrap for this. All right, so this is what all the catches were on today. This river to sea glide bait, and this thing has some pretty unique action on it. It basically is a jointed swim bait and does just like that, and just a small flexible tail, kind of. That's it. It's a 6 3/4 inches, basically a 7-inch swim bait. That's what all the catches were on today. All right, so that's a wrap. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Comment down below any video suggestions you have for me. Leave them in the comment section. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Gonna have more videos coming, more collabs coming. I'm trying to make 2021 my best year yet on the channel. I'm trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. That is my goal before the end of the year. So help me out if you can. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for everyone that's already supporting me. You guys don't know how much I appreciate it. And until the next time, peace.